Welcome guys to a new NTW3 video. It's been a while, but I got another great, amazing replay. You know, I'm in it, somebody else is in it, but it's mostly me. You know, I'm very selfish, but I got a new video for y'all, and this is going to be probably the best one you've ever seen, you know. So let's just get straight to it. I'm playing this Prussia here, and I got my friend J-Bar Dragoon as France 1811. I'm going to be fighting two friends. I'm going to be fighting McPanzer and Big Cat. Very nice, very good guys, very tactically genius guys, but not enough for me. So let's just get into my army composition. So I'm going to be playing as 1806 Prussia. My troops are very clobbered up right now. Just I want to improve my marching performance, but I'm bringing over two Fusiliers. The Griffenberg 27 accuracy, very good, very well unit, just low morale. Then I have another one in here somewhere, but I think it's 24 accuracy. I'm bringing over around 13 infantry, 12 infantry. Very high shooting stats, but poor morale. And then I'm bringing over my two elites, which is going to be the Grenadier Loston, if that's how you pronounce it correctly. And then the Lebguard over here. The Lebguard, my most elite unit, but still suffers in poor morale. But we're going to figure out a way around that. We're going to shoot the enemy to death. And for my cavalry, I'm going to start bringing over the Hussar Blucher. Very good unit. It's 17 melee attack, so very dangerous Hussar unit to be fighting against. And Tone Wilhelm, Lancer General. I love him. Thanks to Nate the Devourer. He showed me this build. Can't wait to use him. The Getkin, it's a small, not very elite, but you know, cheap cav, you know, for multi-purpose. Then I'm going to be bringing over this another Lancer unit. It's the same type of unit for my general, but just it's all by itself. This is going to be very important. My plan with this unit is I'm going to take it all the way around, and I'm going to put it in these forests over here, and you'll see later in the battle how well that turns out. And for the rest of my cavalry, I have the Dragooner Konigan, very good unit, very well well-priced cavalry unit. And Crosshair, I have the Crosshair. Stats not as good as I like, but we'll see how well they turn out in this battle. And then for artillery purposes, I'm bringing in a 6-pounder. And so we already got our first combat engagement. I'm trying to take this field because I really need this field for my infantry. I just want to be shooting. I don't really want to be in a close quarters town, so at any moment I could be charged and die. We got the Russian cavalry. Just need some Gusari, some Uhlans, Lebguard, and a Dragoon. And then I got the United Kingdom coming in with King German Legion, 2nd Hussars, the King's Irish, cheap unit, 1st Hussar. So that's what we could see so far. So very, maybe elite-ish kind of cavalry over here. Not the most elite. So I just know I have a lot more cavalry. The French are right behind me, as I see. So they're going to pull back from the center. I'm going to roll up my artillery here, and I'm just going to start pounding, starting to get off some pre-cannon fire, try to dwindle these guys down, and still wait on my infantry that's coming in. And then we got J-Bar here. Let's try to do a little quick army comp of this. He's got some 12-pounders, 5 guns, very nice cannon. He's got some grenadiers, the Carabinier, so light, very fast light infantry kind of grenadier. The very shooty Emperor, the cousins. Then you got some Legers, conscripts, sappers, voltigeurs. So he's got some grenadiers here. I feel like his army's like semi-grenadier, but more shooty kind of. I'm gonna keep pushing up my artillery here, trying to get in closer in range, and the United Kingdom's gonna keep pulling back. I believe this is McPanzer, if I'm correct. And he's got the 10, so yeah, he's got some good units here. And Big Cat is Russia, and I knew before this that that Russia's bringing a lot of grenadiers, so he's got to be very aggressive. This is going to be a good idea for him in this town. And here we got UK coming in with the King German Legion Lightfoot, super good unit. They have amazing accuracy, amazing reload skill. So they're going to be coming down this road, and they're going to try to get in this town. But we got J-Bar sitting here. He's going to protect this. He's going to let these guys stop. And I have my Griffenberg already on the road. They're L5. They're fast. But I need them to be faster. I need them to get over here. Oh, we already got the cannons firing now. That's good. Look at them. They're not hitting anything, but You know, we could improve. We could improve. It's better that we have some fire on than none. KGL still coming over the road. Where is that cav unit? See, my cav unit's already making its way around. So I just really, really want to keep it hidden. Make sure it gets in these forests. And it hasn't been spotted yet. Alright. So we got the KGL still marching on. It's kind of slow right now. I think we're still trying to assess each other's strengths, but this is going to be the main priority. Anyone who controls this building really controls this side of the map. You can really just decide where you want to engage. Unless the enemy, either the enemy for LOC has to come over here, engage here, or they can just give up this point and come over here. So really, this is a very important strategic area that we need to get controlled. Still artillery being shot. I don't think we've made them suffer. Oh, we made them suffer 3 casualties. Oh, but this is where we get to see the Russian army coming in. We got the 6-pounder artillery by Russians. Then we got some musketeer veterans, some guards. So he's got 2 guards so far from what I can see. We got the Pavlovsky. Very, very good unit. Very dangerous grenadier unit. If you have to go and engage it, if you have to engage, prepare your anus. All right, we got the KGL coming in. J-Bar Dragoon's gonna charge in some 13E, make them form square. Hopefully, yep. So really, right now, he's just trying to hold off the KGL so they can't get into this house. And you see, I'm running in the background. He's suffering casualties. I told him to pull back just because he's suffering more casualties than he should. My strategy for squares and holding people off is to not charge, but to run at them, just for the fact that if you engage by doing the charge button and they form squares, some of your men will still charge them, even though if you told them to halt or pull back. So the best strategy for holding off a enemy unit who's trying to form square is to just run at them, which makes them form square. And sometimes they won't even notice that you're doing that. They're not really paying attention. You can get off of a good charge on that, but nope. This player, McPanzer, he knows what's going on. He's going to keep shooting at these 13E, and he's going to have to pull back. But we have secured the town, so we don't have to worry about this. I replaced my artillery's position from over here to here just so I could fire up on the KGL. But looks like the KGL know they're not going to be able to take the building, so they're going to pull back right now. Very good idea. We already have J-Bar over here. You know, my infantry soon arriving. There's no reason for them to come back over here. And yeah, sorry if I sound, shaky and all. It's freaking cold in my house, so. And I am kind of nervous, to be honest. Kind of nervous about making these videos, man. A lot of pressure's on me. Anyways, you're not worried about me. We're worried about this battle, so let's get to it. Come on. So we got the Russian and UK armies just moving out. We got the Russian guns. It looks like they're going to be unlimbering here in these trees. For cover, it looks like. Get the musketeer. So Russia, it seems he's gonna be pushing down here. He's gonna take this area. And the English, they're gonna probably fight me because they are as well a shooting army. So, it's the battle of the shooting armies, it seems. Still firing my my 6-pounders here, not getting any hits as I would like, but I'm shooting at the artillery, hoping I might get one, unlimber it, or get a cannon, make it right off the field. I think that I'm wishing for more than I can have, but you never know. Let's see. We still got my lancers in the forest. They're moving very slowly, but I feel like their time in the forest is going to pay off. And they will pay off, so, and you guys will be able to see that. Pavlovsky just sitting here. They need to get moving. They need to get to that house. The French are just upon them, so Big Cat really needs to get a move on his troops over here, or the French might be able to steal the house. And he's running. He knows the French are coming. He gotta go. He's gotta capture that house. So there he goes. He's running down this road for the extra speed bonus. J-Bar, he's walking in a slow field. He's running his men as well, but they don't have road access. They don't have that speed bonus, and so being closer, yes, he might, but he's running in such a small, muddy field that he's not going to be able to make it in time. And he's got the 84E. Nice, good unit. Small, but very good unit. But there we go. We got the Pavlovsky Grenadiers coming down the road. They are going to intercept the 84E, and it's not gonna be well for the French if they get caught up. We got more artillery barrages going on. I'm getting a few hits on the KGL, making them suffer 4 casualties, and we can see the UK army starting to form up here. Some good units. I'm seeing some 73rd. We got some 64th. All right, 69th. Yes, the Cornwall. We'll see more of their army. Now this is where I told J-Bar, don't charge. It's the Pavlovsky. You don't charge the Pavlovsky. And the big problem here is I would. The first mistake is I wouldn't charge. I wouldn't have charged. This unit is not meant to charge. And when he backs up, oh, the drummer boy actually getting a kill the Pavlovsky. Golly, that's amazing. But continuing on that thought is that, see, he suffered 10 casualties and they only lost 1 man. The drummer boy was the only one to get a kill. He suffered 10 men that he shouldn't have lost, and he charged the Pavlovsky. I would have probably given him a point blank, or I would have just pulled back at the thought of seeing that I wasn't gonna make it to the house. But good thing he retreated. It's a very dangerous idea to retreat, but thank goodness he did it because he got to have a unit saved. But most 10 men are just gonna sit here on the field, stabbed and wounded. And now we got I'm moving my cavalry over here. I'm looking to seeking an engagement. I really want an engagement right now. If I kill the British cavalry, I have full command of this field. I'm able to go around, get artillery, smash the back lines. It's very important that I win this cavalry engagement because it will increase my chances of defeating the British in a line fight. Because the big thing is people they say, oh, Prussia's better shooting than UK. The shooting stats maybe, but the big problem Prussia has is the morale is very poor. They're piss poor morale. Well, the UK, they get good stats and they get above like 30 morale. While I'm sitting here below 20. You know, my Leb Guard and my elites only get about below 50. So it's very important that you have some sort of other units like cavalry to help you out, or you might lose the line fight. Or you have a general, some inspiring units. You know, so as Prussia, it's very important that you have an army build that consists of some elites that can help you inspire. But we got Russia over here. He's got his guard. He's still forming up here. The J-Bar, he's going to be shifting more troops because he sees that the Russians are probably going to come down this road and try to flank him because they can't go through this field. It's super slow. You know, it's very dangerous too. He get off lots of volleys on him as he's trying to even march up to engage. So Big Cat only sees that it's properly to go around up in this field where they have the same terrain. And also, if he does do this and he does this road fast enough, the French would still be in the forest. So, you know, maybe if he uses some fast units, he could get some flanking fire going on. Let's see what's going on here. So yeah, we got the cavalry. What I was trying to do here is I'm trying to shift as much men as I can. I'm trying to shift enough to get away from his infantry because I can see here that he's going to bring up these KGL and he's going to try to shoot me. That's obvious. He has fast, good shooting infantry. If I can shift far enough away from these guys and get an engagement, I might be able to suffer less casualties and not give him that that ability to fire upon me. So I believe I have the quantity and maybe some of that quality so that I could engage him at the moment. So we might be seeing a cav charge very soon. I have my army set up like this. I have the cheap cav on the side so I can flank around. I got my Konigan so I can hit hard in the front. I got the Hussar Blucher, very good unit. There we go. Now I'm going to start going in an engagement. See, I got the Lancer on the side just so I can hit tins in the side. I'm running. I'm going to make sure I get this engagement. I'm not going to let them peel away. So I'm going to have my cheap unit fight the King's Irish because that's weak. We're going to go in for the charge. So we got the charge coming in. Look at that. There we go. Unit's already dying. Dying. Blue shirt taking heavy casualties. I'm going to pop a rally soon, and I'm going to fight off the 2nd Hussars. That's a very good elite unit. Konigan already winning their battle. They're going to swoop in and going to try to help my cavalry. The heavy cav is engaging right now. Very intense, and this is where I flank around my Lancer unit. I'm going to hit the tins on the side. And it looks like McPanzer is going to charge his general in my side. Now, very surprising. My blue shirt just can't take the fight anymore. I got the UK general out. I'm going to pull out my Lancer just because he's not doing very well in melee, and I'm going to try to get another side of charge. But the Konigan are going to come in, and they're going to end this cav engagement. Got two volley. I got a volley coming off from the KGL. I really do need to end this fight. The Tins are going to charge in, and that's going to be the end of them. They knew their time was coming. They got a lot of casualties. Morale's breaking. But that's okay. I'm okay with this just because I have my general here. I'm going to get them back up. I'm going to inspire them, rally on whatever I have to do. And I'm going to bring these guys back. It's very important that I bring them back. But yeah, with the general's influence, I don't know if I popped a rally here. But I do know that the cross here will come back. And I'm going to use my general to charge the lifeguards, the Tins remaining guys. And here I go. I'm running to seek an engagement here. I really want to get the first volleys off as Prussia. If I get the first volley off in Prussia, I'm really in a good spot. I'm in a really great area. And how I have my army position is I have my Fusiliers at the moment on the sides, and I have me the Love Guard over here. At the moment, I have my Grenadier lost in over here with my artillery. I'm going to soon move them over here. But usually how I deploy my Prussian armies, I have one Love Guard with its Fusiliers and the Prince Heinrich, very good shooting stat-wise infantry on one side, and then I have my lost in on the other, just for the squares on my flanks. I got myself pushing up. I'm going to try to seek an engagement with the KGL. Hopefully use my cheap cav to make them form square. So I'm going to be running up here. Losing 3 men for one single cannonball. That's crazy. So I'm going to retreat. They obviously noticed they're forming square. The delay isn't going to work. They're going to be able to get away, sadly, though. Let's check out how this flank's going. Yeah, the Torskas? I don't know. I'll just call them the 90 Hussars. But they're still in the force, very close, but they are still hidden. So this is great. I am fully open to a charge on their cannons. And we got the Russians doing as I thought. They're going to try to go around and get away from this muddy field, and the French are going to shift down and stop this, or try, at least have a force trying to protest this movement. Look at this uniform. Look at these uniforms. I really like the uniforms for the cousins. Very nice shooting stats. Very high shooting stats. So is the 17 Legers. The Carabineers, they have size shooting stats and their Grenadiers, so it's a very good unit. Very capable multi-purpose unit right there. As you see, I have my horse artillery. Going to move it in the center so I can start getting up some shots. And the UK do have 2 artillery pieces. The 9-pounders, very brutal, and the 6-pounder. So it's very important that I find a way to take out all these guns so they can't focus on me. So my plan here is I'm going to run my cavalry in the back just so I get out of the line of sight of these cannons. I'm forming up here, but I will soon notice that it's not good that I do that. Here we go. We got Anton. Anton is going to rush in. Don't know what he's going to do, but we'll see. We'll see what he got. He's going to rush in. Is he going to try to make him form square? Oh, he got a charge. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We got a charge going in for the cannons. Oof, very brutal. Got a charge going in for the cannons. Successful charge on the cannons right now. Amazing. Artillery is gone. I'm suffering heavy losses, but I'm about to be able to pull out. Morale's low. The Getkin protected. The meat shielded the general going through. Anton's going to come over here into the forest and try to hide. And here's when I noticed. I said, now my time is now. I need to get out of this forest. I had the purpose of prize. They're focused on my general. So here we go. We're gonna run out of the forest, and I'm gonna go for it. And then I'm gonna switch targets to the Gasari, this backup line of cavalry, instantly breaking them. The charge of the Lancers too much. You're gonna go after the artillery again, and my general's right here, right here. I did not notice this. I was too microing this, but here we go. The Lev Guard, the Uhlans, a lot deadlier than my my Lancers are gonna charge me. But I popped a rally. I got my general charging the Russian general. Look at this. Oof. That is a Roblox oof right there, guys. Got the Russians coming back, but this is they are in a bad situation. They've lost 2 guns already, 2 very good guns, and then Anton's gonna rush in and he's gonna finish off these guys. I don't know why the Russians aren't charging in. Now we got a back charge, and we have routed the Uhlans off the field. Here we go. That is a ambush right there, guys. That is a very aggressive ambush. But sadly, as I'm microing that front right there, my Lev Guard was getting shot up. A very micro mistake right there, but I'm going to fix that by pulling them out. I've suffered way too many casualties on my Lev Guard. 40 men just to sit there and not... I didn't really inflict much damage on the enemy, so it's a very bad engagement over there. But here we go. Anton's coming back into the back. Just getting this an amazing back charge on this artillery. There we go. It was a very dangerous idea. See, they're forming square, but Anton's got to get out of there. But the guy's blowing flying, but no, he's not gonna make it. I think this is his first route, so he might come back. But considering how low men he has, he's not. He probably won't. He probably won't make it back. But my general's coming out alive. That's very good. I won't suffer a morale debuff. But that was a very good charge, and he's only 340 if I remember. So taking out all that artillery that might have amassed up to 1,000 gold, that was a very good engagement. I'm going to start rolling up my artillery now. I'm pushing over here. I hear a cav. Who's that? A bayonet charge? Yep, cavalry coming in. Gasari. Going to come after these Voltigeurs. The Voltigeurs are definitely not going to make it away. Watch this. Oof. Just getting cut down. And one man. Oh, no, it wasn't 1 man. It was about 5. 5 men getting cut down is enough to rout these guys. They're going to get in the range of the line infantry. Line infantry so they're going to start shooting. Getting off a few kills. This Gasari is going to have to pull back, or they're going to have to rout off the field. Here we go. I got my cavalry just getting up all in the back lines at the moment. My Konigan, I was very worried the Russians would come for my artillery, so I'm going to run my Konigan back to my artillery, keep them safe. And this is where I said, oh, the enemy is not formed up properly. This is where I need to start shooting. Griffenberg getting off their shots. I'm going to rush in my Grenadier. I really want to get in a melee engagement right now with the British. If I get in a melee engagement with the British, I might be able to end their firing range on me soon enough. They're going to fire. Get the first volley off, throwing stuff, and a little bit, about 20 casualties over the battle so far. I get off my volley. It was much more devastating. I'm going to go in for the bayonet charge, the Swedish tactic. Get up close, fire a volley, then charge in. I'm still losing half morale, but they're not able to get a point blank. Got that charge in. Morale is getting real low for the enemy, and this is great. But with that Prussian morale, my morale is going down real bad. We got the smoke filling in the air, and this flank over here, my right flank's getting very overwhelmed. But the enemy is pulling back right now, retreating. Maybe not the best thing, so I'm going to go in. I might continue this bayonet charge, but seeing my morale so slow, I'm not going to. I'm going to hold off. Now, I really probably shouldn't have charged my Griffenberg in, because they don't have the best melee stats, but I really wanted to get this 2nd Battalion off the field. And there we go. That's 2 units off the field. I'm going to pull back my Griffenberg, because my Grenadiers have routed, but this is not the end of my Grenadiers, as you will shortly see. This flank's getting definitely outshot, as you can see. He's got units flanking me, getting side volleys, so I know I got to get out of here. So, it looks like for this battle, I'm going to be pulling back this flank while I'm going to try to end this one. Look at this, Griffenberg getting feisting off the cold stream, getting an amazing volley right there. Turn back on the map. Go away over here. J-Bar's fighting off the Russians. at the moment. So by far my biggest fear was I really wanted to defeat the British. I felt like if I could defeat the British now, I could defeat the Russians here. I thought the Russians were gonna come and destroy me, which I would have done and pulled back over here. What my thoughts was, I would have pulled back over here and would have kited the enemy over here and sent my Russian forces over here to destroy the Prussians. I got a unit routing, but I'm going to start running through my Konigan here, and I'm going to try to target the 2nd battalions that are here and wipe off the 2nd battalions with the cab charge. Here we go. You know, Dragoons better for killing infantry. Immediate route for the 2nd battalion. I got these 2nd battalions with the 32nd and Storm Square, so I noticed this. I'm going to pull out their cuirassiers. They're tired. They're probably, I don't know what they're going to do here. I don't know. I think they might go after another cab charge. Looks like. Get a little bit closer to the enemy. Oh, yes, I know it. I put these here just so they would stay in square. It probably wasn't the best idea because I'm getting shot to death. But anything to get off some more volleys. Yeah, it was probably bad micro right there. I'm going to lose my cuirassier. I could have been done better with that, but my Griffinberg came back. That's very good. One of my most elite units. The enemy has fallen. So right now the enemy has LOC, and it looks like we got to capture. So you're gonna go after my my 12 pounders that I forgot about. So I'm gonna lose some 12 pounders, but I don't need them. I did that on purpose, you know. Of course, wanted to give the enemy a little bit of an advantage. So right now I'm just gonna sit back and I'm going to start shooting at the enemy with my cannons. I'm going to try to break a little bit more of them. See if we get any kills with this cannon. One guy going skyrocket, and that was enough. The fear of artillery bombardment was enough to break the enemy. 87 out of 112. And then I'm going to push up my 49 mufflings with the Konigan again. And I'm going to limber up my horse artillery. Look at this. We got a cav charge coming into the back lines of the French. They might be going after this 5-pounder, 12-pounder gun battery, and if this is lost, that is a big deal to the French. But the French just not forming up enough to stop this. They might get the guns, but out of luck, out of sheer luck, the Russians cannot handle it. They're in the back lines to get a morale debuff, and they're charging cannons. So miraculously, they were too much of cowards to charge the guns, which is such an amazing save for the French. Wow, that is actually amazing. Got more cab charges. I'm over here cutting down any retreating units. I don't want them back. If they're back, they're more trouble for me. Now, seeing that the enemy is getting low, real low, I'm gonna try to. I don't know what's going on here. I guess I was winded. I don't know. I'm really just trying to figure out what I was doing in this battle to give more insight, but I see that my guns are being charged at. I'm not going to let that happen. I'm going to take them out. Muffling's going to form up, and they're going to fire a volley. So, right now, I have more men firing at these very elite units, which I'm going to lose men just based on my morale, but overall, I have the quantity with the quality of shooting. So it's really gonna be a pain on the British. And my muffling getting off some good shots, tearing down the British line infantry. And I'm gonna unlimber my horse artillery. Very important, horse artillery. You gotta be mobile. If you're not mobile, you wasted money. But the extra cost for those horses. There we go. The Konigans running down more troops. These guys were just coming back. There was too many of them. You know. So I'm really just doing cleanup back here with my cav. And the British, they see they're being outgunned, they got to pull back. They're pulling back on all sides, and this is where I'm going to pursue. This is what I'm doing. I'm just pursuing at the moment. Now let's see what's over the French. The French, they're playing the defensive game right now. The Russians being extremely aggressive. They notice that if they leave the French here, they'll just pound them with these guns. So they're getting close in. And look at this, the Guerra's trying to come through the forest and get this sneaky shot, but the Sapper's not going to let this happen. We got a bayonet charge. Look, and that Sapper aggressiveness and morale's dropping. The Guerra's not meant to be going to melee combat. Oh, that bayonet right in the gut. Yeah, so the Guerra's going to get cut down, and it's going to allow the French to push back, form up again, and push on the Russians here. And instead of the Russians flanking around as I was worried about, they're actually going to try to threaten this flank here. And the conscripts are holding the line. We got another we got a cav charge. The order, the Avern, they didn't form square surprisingly, and they held back the Russians. The French are going in for a cav charge to try to stop this Russians. They don't want their artillery getting cut down. And the cavalry, the French cavalry, are going to respond to this. The French are pulling out their guys and not going to lose their cannon crew. And really, just getting bayonet charged from the flank and getting cav charged from the side is just too much for the Russians in a pull back. That's very important when you play this game. Is you gotta flank. Flanking is key to just ending the enemy very fast. As you can see, maybe not the most orthodox cavalry kill in the world, but I was good enough. So less. We got more grenadier charges coming in. The left guard getting cut down, but maybe this is enough. Maybe the French are going to crack here on the flank. No, I don't think this is the case. They're running away. The dragoons are going to come in, smash, doing more damage to their own men, but that melee in combat against the Probzinski is just enough. Men are routing. Yep, there we go. This is going to allow the French to pull back and reform. So really, I don't know what really happened, but not the best bayonet charge. Just suffering, his elite units just really getting torn down here. We'll come over here. Here it is. Lofton getting the point blank and then going in. Gonna charge in. Here we go. Try to get to that road to get that increased bonus. 72, 64, insta route. Look at that. Insta route, I guess. Oh, spoke too soon. There we go. Routing off the field. Grenadiers in the back of the enemy. I'm going to get over here. I feel like I'm too close to the enemy. Then I'm going to get that back charge right into the Coldstream Guard. They have the best defensive abilities in the world, but instantly breaking them. Instantly, just too much. Going to charge in my clock. Going to start cutting down the Coldstream, get them off the battlefield. Second battalion sitting here. So I'm showing the Russians how you do a bayonet charge now, and I'm getting those kills. So I got it's the second battalion in the Jocks. The Jocks Scottish are here. I personally really hate the Jocks, They're just so gross. They gross me out. Very nasty men. So what I'm doing is I'm forming up my lines here. I'm going to stop this bayonet charge. I feel like I'm not going to win that melee engagement, so I really want to cut them down more than I do want to fight them. But see, they're going to countercharge me, but I might form up and get that volley first. You never know. Filer, do I get that fire in melee? Nah, I'm going to be in the melee. So I'm a very intense bayonet fight here. I'm attacking from two sides. And then what I'm doing with my Lawson is I'm either going to try to get a point blank or I'm trying to get on this road so I get the speed bonus in the melee engagement. Let's take off this map. Getting choked out. Ooh. Nasty death from one of the Prussian men. Ooh. Look at that. Look at those animations, but that's not enough. The Jocks are too much for the clock. And now we get the Lawson Grenadiers exhausted, charging in on the flank. Very brutal melee engagements coming in now. Ooh. Getting knocked out with the butt in the musket. Look at this. It's just, we're exhausted. It's just exhausted forces fighting on both sides. Foot guards are surrounded now, and they finally succumb. They've succumbed to the melee engagement of the Prussians. They're too much. We'll turn on the map again. I'm pushing up my guns still from the, we're at the form position of the guns. Konigan's going to go through this area. They're going to try to get behind the enemy because they're only filled with 2nd Battalion. And I need to get over and I need to engage and end the British here. I don't know if my French ally needs help, but if we go take a look now, I feel like he's got his flank secured. Yep, he's good. The Russians are definitely outmanned. Suffering those bayonet charges. They really couldn't get that decisive melee engagement that they needed. I think the big problem from what I can see is they just didn't, that cav wasn't used wisely. heavy cab charging guns, probably not the best idea, but I can see why he tried. You know, he thought maybe that he could break the enemy as soon as possible. But now it's going to come biting in the butt. He has no grenadiers left except for even the Lonsky and the Pavlovsky, but that's just not enough. There's no way that's enough men for him to finish off the French here. And the French, of course, going to get these 12-pounder guns, and they're going to turn them, fire the enemy. It looks like he's suffering an artillery bug right now. And if you don't know what that is, it's usually after some engagement, the enemy the artillery won't fire at selected units, so you have to aim at the ground. So you ever have this? Yes, he notices. He's going to aim at the ground now, and he's really going to devastate these Russians here. I really want to see some fire at this. So he's going to fire over here at the Higuera. See this. There we go. Firing engage. Canister. Oof. Look at that. Not as many kills as I thought. Maybe, yeah, he's redirecting his cannons. He's trying to get the projectiles applied this way. And the Higuera just holding it. Suffering 4 men lost. And getting shot in the back. They're going to hold it up. They're just going to retreat to this house as their final moment. And here I am. I'm ending the British here. Got my exhausted grenadiers coming over to the flank. I'm going in with the bayonet charge. Really, right now, I just know any contact really is going to be the end. And really, I did that just so I could get in melee contact with the enemy, just to rout them and to stop them from forming square. And as you can see, the Königin reliving their glory days, taking all the enemy standards, capturing prisoners. Look at that. Königin getting medals. They are going to get medals today. And there we go. The only remaining resistance on this side is here, and the British going to go in with a farewell bayonet charge, getting point blanked, sadly. And there you go. At point blank, the British are off the field. Yeah, well, any other men. Yep, my flank is completely done up. The British are surrounded and they're being taken prisoner. But I don't leave any prisoners, so they're all going to be executed with the bayonet, of course. And then the French are going to come over here, and they're going to end up beating the Russians. Going to finish them off. And the Russians going to have a final last stand here at this house, breaking the glass. Looks like. I think they're still in here. They still have troops in here. Let's just take a moment. We'll just listen. I'll stop talking. We'll just listen to the battle. The roaring of muskets and men. There we go. One moment of silence for the Russians' last stand there. Just a nice little overview of Napoleon looking after his troops. Just what a beautiful. That's what I love about this game. Is it's such an old game from 2009, but it just looks so amazing. And just moments like these, it just makes you really think about the actual battles in the Napoleonic Wars. And it's just really crazy. What life brought us, history, great and amazing men, amazing battles, romanticized Napoleonic Wars. We've got the Russians, the Lev Guard, still holding strong, only losing about less than 30 men. Pavlovsky are inside the building, as we can see, hidden now. But the French are going to come out of the Gooseman, and the Russians giving off as many volleys as they can, reloading those muskets, because they know their time's running out. But they're going to bring as many French with them. The French marching in silence. Only the screams of their own comrades falling on their ears. The guard here is going to sit behind the stone wall. The only protection they have, and the Prussians are going to come and give them some musket balls. The clock, after suffering some heavy melee engagement, came back, and they're giving the Russians some volleys. And really, just the massive amount of men is just so demoralizing for the Russians to see that they have no chance. And they're getting canistered, the guards getting canistered. Brave men here. Here we go, the Carabiner infantry storming the house with the Pavlovsky. All the Russians are trying to save their fellow comrades. They're not going to let the enemy in. Never until they die are they going to let the enemy into the house. And here we go. The Agera didn't really mean it when they said never. There you go. They tried their best. The Musketeer, they're already demoralized. They said, hell no. I am not doing this. But the Carabineers also said, hell no. They get out. They say, I'm not fighting with Pavlovsky. The Musketeer was shaken, tired, they're scared, but they're still going to get behind this building, and they're going to hold off anyone here. And there I am. I'm flanking the guard, canistering them, getting off lots of volleys. 109 after suffering almost 60 casualties. They are off the field, surprisingly. And I'm going to use my Prince Heinrich, and I'm going to come over here and I'm going to try to bayonet charge that and make sure it doesn't come back on the field. And the Musketeer getting in melee combat with the 17E, trying to rush into the house just so they have more men. Wow, the Musketeer is actually steady again, which is really good. More men into the house. It's like Pavlovsky have only suffered almost just 100, no, not 100, but 33 casualties. Now the French are broken inside the house again, but they only have the Pavlovsky, and so they're shooting in from the inside, they're shooting from the outside and meleeing in the inside. The French are going to end this soon. And they got Grenadiers here. I don't know where the Grenadiers are going. They should be getting into that house, but this is the end to the Allied, I guess the Russo-British alliance here. All they have is the Pavlovsky. Shooting out, killing as many French as they can. So we got, I guess the French are too afraid to go inside that building. We got another combat, the 11E going in. See, test their metal, see if they can be the ones that kill the Pavlovsky, but the first man in getting point blank. Sad. Pavlovsky at 88 men. Now they're suffering morale effects. They know their time's running out. This Pavlovsky man is like, what the hell am I? What's going on? What did I get myself into right now? The French are all in. They're all in it. They're getting morale lost. They're at 89 men. And the Pavlovsky are at 79. The 11E might be the ones that take out this house. Another angle, yeah. Oh, the 11E's getting stabbed right at the door gate. But 71 men, they're shaken, but now they're steady. Velocity are not going to break this easy. 11E is about to break. They're wavering. They're tired. Oh, but wavering. Velocity. And there we go. That's the end. End of the battle. What brave Russians. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you had a great time. I only upload these in my free time, but thanks to the opponents, Big Cat and McPanzer, thank you guys for being in the battle, and I had a lot of fun. Let's look at these stats. I'm only suffering 875, so getting the lowest deaths and coming out with the most kills, because you know it's me. I'm the best. Only deployed 9,000. I am 1,999. J-Bar coming in with the second, the third most, least death. Getting over 1,173. Good shit. Good job. Nice handing off those Russians. Big Cat coming in with the most kills. Russians holding firm. They deployed 2,000. So pretty even. We were outnumbered just a bit. But yeah. Let's look at these unit stats. 200. Yeah, the lowest getting the most kills. The Draguni, the Konigin getting second most. And look at that, Horse Tiller getting 103 kills. Really proud of that. Really mobile. Really helped in demoralizing the enemy. And the Prince Heinrich coming in third. So overall, pretty good kills. Anton getting 44. Really getting more than he deployed. So good stuff. I'm really happy about this battle. I really like this build. So anyways, as I said, thank you guys for watching the video. And if you want, subscribe. I don't really post often. I just do it out of fun. But anyways, see you guys.